Hello, hello, hello. It is midnight on the 18th of January. Welcome to this special live stream that I've decided to do. David Moyes back at Everton. I'm sure you're already aware of that. First game back at Goodison Park in a defeat to Aston Villa. He's back in the hot seat. What we're going to do is we're going to look at some transfer options and see where we can strengthen, where we can strengthen and bring in new players, hopefully. Because the team that was put out against Forest on on Wednesday. It's a Sean Day Charlotte, to be honest about it, isn't it? So we are delving straight into this. So Liverpool Echo, this was it was yesterday now. This was the 17th, which is technically yesterday, a few hours ago. In his press conference, Stephen Moyes confirms interest in winger. I've seen something on Thursday that Everton have agreed a £20 million fee with Leon for the Ghana winger Ernest Numa. I think that says Numa. But he denies in his press conference the deal has been done, but they have declared interest. Reports in France have suggested that Everton have reached an agreement with the League One outfit to sign the 21-year-old who has, I don't know whether you've seen him, he's got plenty of pace and really could bolster the Everton squad. Hopefully down that right-hand side, because the right wingers we've got at the moment, well, they're not really wingers, are they? The people that are playing on the right side of this Everton midfield at the moment, they're just not good enough. There's no other way to say that. Jack Harrison and Jasper Lindstrom, they're just not doing it, are they? They're just not good enough. Everton's record in the past 12 games, I think they've won one game. So something needs to be done, and something needs to be done really, really quickly. So taken over by the Friedkin Group, it is time for them to show the worth, in my opinion, and get the checkbook out this month, because it's not looking very, very rosy at the moment, especially if you're an Everton fan. Amanda Brosier's out again with an injury, so it's unlucky for the lad. I don't think he's going to be back. Look how many people they've got back. They've got out injured at the moment. Brosier, Coleman, Tim, Everbungham, Yusuf Chamiti, Dwight McNeil, all sidelined for the visit of Tottenham, which is Sunday at 2:00. James Garner has returned to training. However, it's unlikely he will feature on Sunday, with him just coming back. There's talk of Willian coming in from on a free transfer. I believe he's currently without a club. What do you think, Willian? The former Chelsea and Fulham Brazilian winger. He's a bit. He's old. I think he's in his mid-30s. 36. I mean, obviously, Ashley Young's 39 and he's still going, but William, I think we need to be looking at younger, more exciting players that can get a job done. To be honest with you, there was a couple of other things on. The thing is, don't read everything you see on Facebook, but let's just have a look at this. I've lost it, but there was something that I've seen before, and I knew I should have saved it, and because I'm a gobsh thing, I never saved it, and now I can't find it. Do you know what I think would be? Do you know what I think would be a shout? And I'm sure you can see my screen here. Hang on, let me just change that. Apologies right there. Let me just change this for you. I'm just going to type this name in. Now, I don't know whether this would even be possible, but why not? Why? Why not? Try and get Marcus Rashford. He's clearly not playing for. He's clearly not playing for Manchester United at the moment. So why not just give it a go? Just gonna pull his stats up here because he hasn't been playing for a long time. Oh, is everyone? Is everyone okay? Um, just an unexpected night off, TJing. So I thought I'd just utilise my time well. Say, Rashford is only 27. Gosh, coach's decision. Never played. Illness on the bench. Coach's decision. And then he had 56 minutes against Plazen and 32 minutes against Nottingham Forest. And they were both back in December. So, okay, he's been there a couple of times, but he's not being utilised by Manchester United. So why? I think he, I think he's the type of player Everton could really do with. Um, excuse me. I will I'll throw my hands up and say I would absolutely love if Everton could pull off some sort of deal with Manchester United for that. Who knows? But let's have a little look at the stats of the player that Everton are. Well, some French outlets have said Everton have agreed a £20 million deal with Lyon for the Ghana winger Ernest Newham, Newham, whatever it says. So Newham, Ernest Newham, beg your pardon. One, he's not prolific. And if you look at his match ratings, this is on Flashscore, by the way. This is for Ernest Newmar. Newmar, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is on Flash Score, and they give match ratings when they've played. These are out of 10, by the way. So if you have a look at them, 6.3, 6.3, 7.3, 100 or be invested. 6.3. Okay, had a good game against Frankfurt. A good game against Quarterback. Decent game against Remis. So against Legia. But then he's got to be averaging about 6.8. And bear in mind as well, this is in most of these games are in the French league. So, in my humble opinion, and with the greatest respect in the world, the Premier League is a much tougher league to play in than League One in France. You know, if I offend anyone there, it's just my beliefs. And let's be honest, it's not very prolific, is it? So this is going back to August, by the way. So we're going back right to August. He's scored 1 goal and he's got 2 assists. And he's got about 15 to 20 appearances. Why do I think you go for these players? Maybe, David Moyes has seen something. Maybe it's not even David Moyes' decision. He's only been here 5 minutes. So why, has he identified them? And he's also confirmed that nothing has been agreed in the press conference that was yesterday afternoon, because it's now Saturday morning, just about. So, Ernest Newmar, what are we thinking? Let us know in the comment section, which will be there or there, whichever way you're watching. Let us know what you think about him, because when you look at I'm literally doing this off the cuff. I decided to do this about 25 to 12. So I've literally haven't put together for it. It was just an off the cuff idea. I was just sat there for the night off and you thought, you know what? Just thinking about who you can bring in. So this is Jack Harrison. And it doesn't make for great reason. No goals, no assists all season. One, not one. 59 minutes, 23:46. Full game, 74:66. Okay, 17:25. The point I'm trying to make is he's had game time. He's just not delivering. And the position Everton are in at the moment, we haven't got time to be letting people sell. Yeah. Oh, Jesper, and I'm putting Jesper, that's why. Again, here we go. Are you ready? Jesper Lindstrom. Lindstrom. So we've gone back. He got an assist in the friendly against Tranmere Rovers. They actually got a goal in the friendly against. Sorry, that was an FA Trophy, EFL Trophy League game, the EFL Trophy game for the under-21s, and he got a goal in the friendly against Preston North End, according to this. So, again, let's have a look. Usually plays on the right side of midfield for Everton. 32 minutes, 6.5, 46. He has had as much game time as Jack Harrison, but he's not really showing anything, to be honest with you. Even going back to his Napoli days, he's not doing anything. This needs to change, and it needs to change quickly. Jesperlin's from now. He's another one that's just not doing it for Everton, or wasn't doing it for Napoli, which is probably why he was loaned out. And again, excuse my language, but Everton have been stuck with the shit. There's no other way to put it, to be honest. That is harsh. Do you know what? Right. Some people might not agree with me here, and some people might agree, but I really don't care. I thought, apart from scoring on Wednesday against Villa, I thought that Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a really, really good game. I thought he held the ball up well. He was unlucky when it got stopped on the line. That it was just the keeping defender just took the sting out of a shot. Probably should have scored in the final couple of minutes. But I think 5.7 rating is, I think it's a bit harsh. I think it was more like 6.7 in my opinion. You may not agree, but like I said, I don't really care. That's just my opinion. But then he got a 7.1 against Mangiarini, come on for 23 minutes. But he's a player that needs. I think he's just a player that needs a goal. He needs a goal to just bounce off his fucking shoulder or off his bollocks or something. He just needs a goal. It doesn't matter how it comes. I do think that he will come good, because on Wednesday he was getting into all these positions, and he was getting, he's getting into the right positions. Certainly under David Moyes on Wednesday, he was putting himself about. He was getting in them right positions, in goal scoring chance positions, but he looked exactly like he was, and it's a player that's out of form, low on confidence, and he just needs a couple of goals. And I do believe he will come good, because I do actually think he's a decent, classic number 9 striker. And I do just think that I think he just needs a couple of goals, maybe even one goal, just to get him off. And then I do think he will start banging them in. I think when he does, he puts himself out, and he plays well. He just needs to add goals to his game, and I think he'll be flying, and Everton will be in a much better position as a result of that. Right, so we've gone on to the Liverpool Echo. Let me just change my screen for you. I'm just getting the hang of this again, because I haven't done this for a long time. I was literally just bored in the with this unexpected night off. Let's go on to Sky Sports with this unexpected night off that I had, and literally less than an hour ago. Everton, just while we're on the subject of Everton, Everton will not be hit by another points deduction. Sounds so that's good. Moyes focusing more, David Moyes focusing on getting more out of the current squad. You can't polish a turd. You just can't. So why is he trying to get more out of the current squad? And this as well throws you back to Chelsea. I think it just needs to happen. I feel for the lads because he's worked hard to get back into fitness. So that was he's worked hard to get back into fitness. He's also a half decent player, but he's just with just unlucky with injuries. He's an out. He's made out of glass. Um, mhm. There's no other real transfer news except for the Willian story, but he's 36. He was a decent player. He was a really good player back 8, 10 years ago. He could do a job a few years ago for Fulham, but I do think we need to move away from these older players. I really think that I really think Marcus Rashford is a shout. Cancel Vos's loan and get Rashford in on loan. There, I said it. It's it's like Everton, like going round in circles and fucking with your head. However, David Moyes is back. What do you actually think about David Moyes being back? What do you what are your thoughts on that? David Moyes back at Everton? Because people I've spoken to, people that follow the channel, and people have bumped into in the street, my friends, um, even some rival fans, uh, it's kind of split down the middle. Some people are like happy that he's back, and some people are like, why is he back? Why have they gone back? I've seen one that says seen one comment on Facebook that says you never go back to a manager. But why? Why not? Why not? Why not? Let me say this. Why would you not want the manager back that bought you your greatest years in the Premier League? It's true. It's not me. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. David Moyes give Everton their best seasons in the Premier League. Nailed on 90% of the seasons he's managed were nailed on top 10 finishes. Now, some fans will be like, that's not really success. But to where we were when he first picked us up in the early 2000s, Everton were battling relegation every single year, like we are now. David Moyes come in. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. David Moyes come in, and instead of the ship, he built a solid squad, and he was very, very clever with the players he brought in, and he wheeled and he dealed, and Tim Cahill, Seamus Coleman were probably two of his best signings. And that, again, that's not opinion, that is a fact. Tim Cahill, I think it was 1.7 million from Millwall. Seamus Coleman, £60,000 from Sligo Rovers. They went on to have hundreds and hundreds of appearances in an Everton shirt. Obviously, Tim Cahill, one of our highest Premier League scorers. Seamus Coleman still playing now at the top level. He can, even at the ripe age of what is he now, 33, 34? He might even be older, but mid-30s, he can still come in and put a 36, put a decent performance in an Everton shirt, and he's the club captain. So, sorry, I'm bored on the top. Look at that. Sorry about that. David Moyes, the point I'm trying to make is, before we come in, Everton were just all over the place. Relegation battles, last day survivals, etc. David Moyes come in. He steadied the ship. He built a solid squad. Everton, were knocking on the Champions League door for. Sorry, I was just reading a message someone sent me there. Knocking on the Champions League door, even involved in the Champions League. Let's not talk about that in great depth. Knocking on the door of the Champions League, several trips to Europe, FA Cup final in 2009. They've barely been near the cup final since. Since he left, things have just slowly but surely gone back to Everton in the 90s, where we're just not good enough. We're supposed to be moving. Well, there's no supposedly about it. We are moving into a 52,000 seater stadium this year in August. The squad they've got at the moment isn't fit for a 5,000 seater stadium. So they do need to bring players in and bring players in soon. We've waffled on a little bit about David Moyes. I would love to know your opinions on, are you happy about him coming back, or are you a little bit apprehensive? I mean, I am really happy about him coming back, to be honest, for them reasons I've just said. But one story that isn't going away, let me just share my screen with you here to show you this. It's one story that's been going around for a long. It's been going around for a long, long time. It's not really on. I mean, on the 24th of June, Sky Sports said that Newcastle have ended transfer talks with Calvert-Lewin. There's fresh. There are fresh reports lately that Newcastle are going to try and sign Calvert-Lewin in the summer on a free transfer. Obviously, his contract is up at the end of the season. So it's a story that ain't going away for now. But it's not really being reported by official news. Like they're just on like Football Insider and then things, except for the Sky Sports one. But they are not really looking to. I mean, this was only yesterday. See what I mean? It's just not going away. Peter O'Rourke, transfer correspondent for Football Insider, which isn't really an official outlet as such. Lining up Calvert-Lewin on a free transfer. Now, if that did happen, I mean, he's not scoring goals at the moment anyway, but if it did happen, who's scoring the goals then? Is it going to be Beto? Because he's being linked with moves all over Europe. Latest one is Como, FC Como, who have just been promoted to Serie A this season. And again, ignore the FA Cup game. His Premier League stats. Last time he scored in the Premier League, October against Fulham in the 1-1 draw. He hasn't featured as much as other players, however, it's pretty grim reasons. The last live stream that we done, I'm not sure how to spell it, so we're just going to give it a go. Didn't do too bad there. Okay. Even like Indie, as exciting as he is to watch, you can dribble around. He's got the most successful dribbles in the Premier League this season. Iliman Ndiaye. Great. Did it result in a goal? Did it result in an assist? No. It's a great stat to have, but where's the end product? Where is it? I'm not trying to bash people today, but I'm trying to be like realist with it. He's great to watch and he works really hard and he can take people on, but the results are right in front of you. The results of what matters are right there. One goal in the FA Cup, a goal against Manchester City. Forget the Senegal game. Goal against Ipswich in October, an assist against Senegal. Goal against Leicester City, which was a great goal, by the way. I remember just in off the post. EFL Cup against Doncaster, he scored. But that's it. He scored 3 goals in 20 appearances. So I'm at a loss of where Everton's goals are going to come from and who's going to get them, because the former players we've got at the moment are not doing it. Who would you like to see Everton bring in? And I don't want people to go, oh yeah, we should go and get like this. If it's not like a plausible option, like I don't want someone to go up and go, oh yeah, we should just go and get Erling Haaland, because it's not going to happen. Like realistically, I do think Marcus Rashford could be a great option, and I keep going back to that. and it's one I can't get out of my head because I think it kind of just makes sense for for both for all three parties. To be honest, Manchester United, he's completely out of favour with Almiron, the new manager. Um, Obviously, it's not great for Marcus Rashford because he's just not involved at all. And Everton needs someone who can grab goals and assists, like I've just proven to you with the four players stats that are currently on playing up front. If you have a look at his career stats, okay, that's not a great season. This season, 15 games, 4 goals. But again, he's not getting full games. He's not really getting. He hasn't played for Manchester United since the Plazen game on the 12th of December. We all know he's someone who is explosive and can change a game like this. I think it's a very valid option, and I think it makes sense for all three parties, for the player and both clubs. But I'm not the manager, and I'm just a fan. So sort out, sort it out. I'm just gonna say it's like I don't know whether we can do this. Oh, there we go. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Hello there. Hello, hello. I was just what time are we on? It's 20 to 1 in the morning. Well, it's actually 38 minutes past 12. We are live on the Stadium YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, do so below. And please do let me know your comments. I will definitely um, share them, share them with the group. And let me know your thoughts on who you think Everton could potentially sign. Who you'd like to see come in the door. Feasible options. And who would you like to see go out of the door this month? Because there does seem to be a lot of dead weight. Excuse me, a lot of dead weight within the squad, basically. Um, we're just replying to a text. 1 second. Um, there does seem to be a lot of dead weight in this Everton squad, and something that did shock me. Not shock me as much, but it just drilled home. It just drilled home how bad the squad currently is. There's no getting away from that because on Wednesday, basically a team that Sean Dyche had put out. There was no real changes in the personnel. Obviously, it was only his first game, but I was I was just a bit disheartened the way he started Ashley Young and he never started Nathan Patterson. And, just a couple of things like that. That was a bit like, come on. I mean, let me just say as well, Ashley Young has been so much better in the past 10 games than he's been the past 18 months. Um, Big improvements, and, you know, nearly cost us a goal on Wednesday with that pass back. Just Ollie Watkins couldn't put it in. One sec. Just Ollie Watkins just didn't finish it, and basically let him off the hook with missing it, basically. But it was just little things like that, where it was just a bit like, you know, so he thought when it happened, he just thought that's what Sean Dyche would have done. Started Ashley Young and never really started. Nathan Patton, who's fit, available on the bench. Fucking play him then. George Williams says, "Hi John, Marcus Rashford is an excellent shout." Um, I mean, I don't even know whether it's possible, whether they, I don't know if it can happen, whether it's possible or whatever. However, what I do know is I think he'd be an excellent fit. I think they need cancel Brozier, get him back, get him back to Chelsea. I don't think he's going to feature again this season. I think the injury he's got by the time he's back, nice as well. Just send the lad back and get him ready for Chelsea for the next season. Um, which is a bit harsh to say, but it is true. I think with that, there's not much else happening on that I can see that I can find with Everton. As I say, Calvert-Lewin, this Newcastle story just doesn't seem to be going away. Nothing's official. Let me make that. But it looks like Newcastle could be trying to bide their time and get him on a free in the summer. And if he does go, where will that leave? Where will that leave Everton? Everton, where, where did he actually go from there? Do you know what I mean? Where did he go? What did he do? Did he stick with Beto? Beto, how he is a professional footballer, I will never know. Um, doesn't seem to be any technical ability there. I've watched him so many times now, um, and he runs like a bulldozer. Like he does, he just runs like a like 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 a bulldozer. He tries to run through people. Um, he's got like a few goals and whatever, but uh, I just think he's not made for the Premier League. And that's fine. It is what it is. Some players aren't. A certain. Well, I'm not even going to do that. Jack Harrison and a few people have said it to me. He's not made for the Premier League. He's a Championship rated player. He's a his level is the Championship, Jack Harrison. That's it. He is just not up to speed with the with what's needed in the Premier League. Um, and these are just my opinions. So, you can form your own opinions if you really want to. Let's have a look at this. Was supposed to be a transfer show, and if you have just joined us, welcome, because it was supposed to be who can Everton bring in on free transfers or loans or any transfer at all at the moment, but it's turned into an Everton bashing instead. Oh, I wish you had some Jack Daniels in this right now. Okay. We're nearly 20. We are nearly 20 league games into the season. Are we 20 league games in? Let's have a look. Wait, load. Yeah. We've played 20 league games. We're not even averaging a point a game at this moment in time. Our top scorer is a left forward, not even a striker. Jack Harrison hasn't scored or assisted a goal in 1,007 minutes of football. 1,007 minutes as a forward player, and he hasn't had one goal or one assist. Even better, has had a goal in 240 minutes. Come on. Are we missing Dwight McNeil? Honestly, I know people bash him and say he doesn't really do anything. But well, are we? Someone give me an opinion. Who was own? Are we missing Dwight McNeil? It's a serious question. Mangala, Ariel Mangala. I wasn't showing him when he first come in, but from Leon, I think he's done a good job, and he smashed that ball against the crossbar. Portsmouth, Portsmouth, Peterborough in the FA Cup. Um, I think if we could get him on a permanent basis, I would be happy with that. I think we're missing Tim Iverbogan from what I've seen from him. He played 384 minutes, 6 appearances, but in that, all his appearances were of a real high quality. These are just my opinions. Jump in and stop me if you want. James Garner, almost back. He can also play right back. He can do a good job at the right back role. So I think we're missing him, but we just let's delve into our results, shall we? Hang on, we've got a new comment. Hello again, George. Yes, defo missing Dwight. Um, and I have to agree with you, George. I think we are. Um, we're missing his corners and we're missing his deliveries from free kicks. we're missing his goal contributions. He's our joint top scorer, and he's been out for ages. Let me just have a look. Right, forget the FA Cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had one win in our last 11 games, and that was against Wolves when we won 4-0, which I thought was going to be a turning point in the season, and it just hasn't worked out like that. But we did say this is what frustrates me and so many of the people, because I do speak, obviously, speak to people and whatever. Um, Three draws where, let's be honest, not many Everton fans would have been expecting anything away to Arsenal, home to Chelsea, and away to Manchester City. But three credible draws, only conceded one goal, only scored one goal. But when you're expecting the likelihood is of that you're not going to get any out of them games, but you get three credible draws. You're like, okay, let's go. And then the performance against Nottingham Forest, excuse me, which I actually went to that game and put a vlog up. It's on the channel, check it out. Cheap plug there. Um, the performance against Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth were shocking. They were shocking. Um, really were. So you draw with Manchester City on Boxing Day. You're like, okay, Everton, let's go. No, back down to earth from Forest and Bournemouth, and then the um, Aston Villa defeat 1-0. Do you know what? I don't know whether you remember this. I'm just starting to waffle now. There is no Jack Daniels in this, but I am starting to just waffle on here. But I wish there was some Jack Daniels in that. Do you remember when Everton played away to Aston Villa and John Duran scored that wonder goal from like 35, 40 yards, whatever it was? You know what? If that would have been that 1-0 defeat, I, I wouldn't have been half as bothered. I would have just been like, what can you do about that? There's nothing you can do about it. It's just a great strike and, fair play. But the fact that let me just move George's comment, sorry. Sorry, George. The fact that it's come from another mistake with Gerard Brandwaite basically kicking them the ball. And they've gone on to score directly from that. It just makes them defeats so much harder to take and to digest, especially when when you're sitting there. And I am starting to waffle on now. When you're sitting there knowing, right, forget the FA Cup. When you're sitting there knowing, like, you scored one goal in your past 6 games, Premier League only, forget the FA Cup. One goal, 6 games. When you go behind to a team and you're in that form, you're not coming back. You know that's it. And the team you're playing know that's it. However, this was meant to be a transfer update, and it's turned into another version of Everton, and not for the first time this season. I might add. However, let's- let me get this player back up. However, David Moyes did not want to confirm this. He didn't at the press conference, but sources and news outlets in France say a deal has been agreed for Ernest Nuamar. We've got it. That's how you say it. Who is a forward, wide forward. I've seen him play a couple of times. To be honest, I had to YouTube video him. I haven't actually watched him play live. But from what I've seen, he's quick and explosive player. But look at the stats again. They're not setting the world alight. Aim higher. Why are we interested in William? Why? He's 36. 36. And keep coming back to this. I just think bring it in. And this hasn't been reported anywhere, by the way. This is just me. Why don't we go for Marcus Rashford? Let's just do it. Let's go for it. Because let's just go back to Everton's stats here. Wait there. Bear with me a minute while we just go back here. We're going. We're there. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5. Let's go back from here. 1, 6. We've conceded 5 goals in our past 8 games in all competitions. 5 goals, 8 games. I'm no mathematician, but that's less than a goal a game. It's not the worst defensive record. And, we've played some pretty big sides. We've played Manchester City, we've played Arsenal, we've played Chelsea, who are, well, Manchester City are stuttering a bit at the moment. They're starting to pick it back up, but they have been stuttering. Arsenal and Chelsea have been flying high and doing really well in the Premier League and Europe, respectively. Aston Villa, another great side, could only score once. Now, for me, the defensive unit they've got is pretty. It's pretty okay. It's something to work with. When you're not conceding a shitload of goals, you've got a chance. You've got a big chance. It's up front, and I'm sorry, but I can't get away. And I don't know whether you're on the screen. No, you're not. Stay with. I can't get away from this. I can't get it out of my head. Um, let's just see what the mirror say. Yeah, accept whatever. Anyone else just do that? Just accept. We don't want to watch that. Anyone else just do that? They just accept. I don't even know what I've accepted. I'm going to accept to work every day for the rest of my life. There, I don't know what I've just accepted. Manchester United want a way forward. Rozier injured after Chelsea. Rashford not injured. Let's go. It makes too much sense to ignore. Really, really does. The only issue which I've just thought of is £350,000 a week. So thing goes that. Unless they can come to some sort of agreement where they're loaning them and just playing X amount of money. I do think Marcus Rashford would be a great fit, but I don't think Everton are going to fork out. I don't think Everton are going to fork out 350 grand a week for him for the rest of the season. So maybe back to the drawing board. But 18th of January, 2025. Everton currently sit. Let me just switch my screen. Switching to this one. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Everton currently sit 16th in the Premier League table. Game in hand with everyone around them. That game in hand is, of course, the Merseyside derby, which, if you haven't heard, has been changed to the 12th of February. There you go. You've learned something today. 12th of February, 7:30 kickoff. Looking forward to that. Honest. But yeah, last Merseyside derby at Goodison. It'll be a 5-year affair. But Everton are currently 16th. They are 1 point above the relegation zone. Now, we've done the transfer bit. There's nothing else to tell you about that because there's nothing else out there. We're playing Tottenham on Sunday at 2 o'clock. So Leicester are playing Fulham. And it's got to that point where you're starting to check fixtures and see who the teams around you have got to see what's going on. Luckily enough, Ipswich are playing Manchester City. Southampton are away to Nottingham Forest. Wolves are away to Chelsea on Monday. But if one of them pull a shock result off, like Wolves or Ipswich, Ipswich, maybe not to Leicester, Wolves or Ipswich pull some sort of shock result out the bag and Everton fail to beat Tottenham, which is a distinct possibility, let me tell you, as an Everton fan. I hope it doesn't happen, and I hope Everton can pull it out the bag tomorrow. It is tomorrow now because it's Saturday morning. But if they don't, and Ipswich or Wolves, or both of them, if both of them get some sort of result, say they both win and we lose, we are down to 19th in the table. Sorry, beg your pardon. We're down to 18th in the table. So yeah, we're 21 games in. We're over halfway through the season, and we're sat in 18th position. If happens what I've just said, obviously. This makes you want to take up a different sport. I go and take up Crown Green Bowls. Nice. This is my name's John. Um, from the Stadium YouTube channel, and I've just waffled on way too much, way too longer than I wanted to. Um, over stuff I'm fucking sick of talking about. And you know why I'm sick of talking about it? Because it's fucking repetitive, and I can't believe that we're still nearly towards the end of January, and we're still talking about the same shite. Who's getting the goals? Who's scoring the goals? Who's assisting? No one, because they just can't fucking do it. And then, oh, going into events and going into events, and then bringing fucking players like this. Th- This is what they're looking at. This is who they're interested in, or they've agreed a deal according to someone in fucking France. What? One goal. Let's have a look at the fucking stats for the season. Because either say he's fucking scored. No, that's Champions League. So he's played 12 times in League One and he hasn't scored or assisted once. But Everton paid 20 million for him. Well done, Everton. Another fucking shit show. I mean, the lad's only 21, to be fair. But he's got game time. He's getting game time. But this is my point. We're 21 games into the season, 20 for Everton at the moment. We've got 18 games left, and we are in a very fucking precarious position in this Premier League. We haven't got time to be getting 21-year-old players who still need to develop the game. We need someone to do it now, not next season or the season after. I'm going. I'm I'm going to bed because oh yeah, it's 1:10 in the morning. This was supposed to be a transfer show, and it's just turned into another bashing of Everton. Good night. I'm going. I've been John from Stadium, and I'm sure we'll have another Everton bashing soon because that's what this team drives you to. It gives you hope with 3 box draws against top 4 sides, and then it just kills you back down. Thanks for watching. Good night. See you soon. I don't know. Um, just before we go, I did get down what the channel was based on in the first place. I did get down in sunny Liverpool to the Bramley dock. I have got the footage on my drone. They're supposed to be starting work on Everton Way. It meant to start last weekend. That's what the contact from Everton Football Club emailed me and said. Doesn't appear to have started, but we did get some good shots. I will put them up in the morning. I don't need to go down, it's already there. I just need to edit it and get it together. So that'll go up in the morning for you. So look out for that. And hopefully we'll have a signing before the end of January. If not, I'm gonna polish off my bowls and get back onto the crown green. Have a good night, and I really wish I'd gone out. Take care. See you soon.